Welcome to this week's episode of Analyzing Chazal for Parshas Lech Lecha. This week we'll be analyzing an explanation of Rashi on the beginning of the Parsha. First, the Pasuk. Perek Yud Beis, Pasuk Aleph, the Torah says, Vayomer Hashem el Avraham, Lech Lecha me'artzecha, u'mimoladedecha me'beis avicha, el ha'aretz asher ar'eka. Hashem said to Avraham, go for yourself from your land, from your birthplace, and from your father's house. Rashi comments, Lech lecha, lahanoscha, uletovoscha, v'sham e'aseh l'goy gadol, v'kan i'ata zocha lekach. Go out for your benefit and your good, and there I will make you into a great nation, and here you will not merit that. The explanation of Rashi. Rashi is explaining that when God told Avram that he should go for yourself, he is telling him that it will be for his benefit to leave his land. As in the new land I will bless you with children, while if you remain here, you will not merit to have any children. Hashem told this to Avraham to encourage him to listen to this commandment to leave his homeland, as if Avraham did not feel it was for his benefit, he would not have been able to observe this command of God to leave his homeland. This week, I want to try to focus on the different types of questions that we can ask when analyzing a Chazal. This week, we're going to focus on the who are we talking about question. What is the who are we talking about question? Well, this type of question focuses on the person the Torah is discussing and asking that what the Torah is saying in relation to him does not completely fit the persona and greatness of that person or what they have done in the past. With the understanding of the who are we talking about question, can you now think of the question we should be asking on this Rashi? Stop the video here for a moment and try it yourself. Okay, let's move on to the question. Avram Avinu had recognized that Hashem had created and runs the world, and had already stood up to his generation who were all idol worshippers to convince them that they were living lives of falsehood, agreed to be thrown into a furnace to uphold his belief in Hashem. And with all that, Hashem felt that if I do not tell Avram it would be in his benefit to leave his homeland, he would not be able to do so? How is that even possible? That someone who had already done so much for Hashem would have trouble listening to God's command to leave his homeland? The answer. As we always say, the answer has to come from within the question, which was if Avram already did so much for God, including being thrown into the furnace, how could it be that it would be so difficult for him to leave his homeland that God needed to tell him that it would be for his benefit? The answer is that we do not appreciate how difficult it is for a person to leave the surroundings and the life that he is accustomed to. It could even be harder for him than giving up his life for God. Practical application. In our lives, we get accustomed to living in a certain way, surrounded by similar people, and in a certain type of job. And it can be very difficult for a person to change. In life, we need to be able to conquer this trait, as sometimes in order to be the best we can be in our service of God, and in life in general, we will need to change from where we are comfortable. One way to conquer this trait is through focusing on the benefits we will get through the change, just like Hashem did with Abraham. Have a wonderful Shabbos, and we'll see you next time for Parshas Vayera.